is thinking, it's a kind of thinking, so you can think not like a computer, because computers can't think. To get yourself out of the problem. Out of the problem. So you think to get out of a problem. You realize that we have exercise on this. But I can.
Okay, now, those of you who were here last class on Friday, what is functional thinking? What did I say? It is? What?
Patterns and recognition. Patterns, recognition.
Remember, I did give you an example of the boat, the fire. That's common.
Did you say what is competition of thinking? Okay, it's like you process something in your mind to solve something.
Yes. Functional thinking is the process of solving problems. Now, functional thinking is what? It is the process of solving a problem. When we say problem, we are talking about real-life problems. Or you might face problems while you're designing any part of the software, or if you're designing a game. That's your problem, so you have to solve that. So the way of thinking how to solve that problem is called functional thinking. Now, the second thing that we did talk about is yes. What is an algorithm? What is an algorithm? What is an algorithm? You should remember this. Only one can remember that. Okay, yeah, come on.
Okay, it's like an instruction to solve a problem.
Rules.
Yeah, it is a set of rules. More instructions. Now, it is a set of rules or instructions to solve a problem or task. To solve a problem or task. Yeah, thank you, sit there. Alright, okay. So you should remember all these, okay guys? An algorithm is a set of rules or instructions to solve a particular problem. Okay? If you remember, I did give you a math problem, yes?
X, 2x plus 5 equals to 15.
This was 15?
Oh yeah, 20.
Now, if you're given a task to solve this kind of problems, you have to follow some set of rules, yes?
Yes.
Now, the first thing that you have to do is what?
5 minus 1.
This one goes? This one?
Yeah. So what is that?
This is first step.
Yes.
Now, it will be like 2x is equal to
2x. 20 minus 5.
Minus 5.
Then 2x equals to 15.
15. This
Over
is
2. Over 2.
This is second step.
Yeah.
Then over 2 and
Over
over 2.
2x equals to 75.
Yes? Now this dividing this part, this is third step. And this is the final fourth step. Final fourth step. The fingers are there. Now, as you can see in here, we are following some rules or steps to solve any particular problem. So the first step, the second step, the third step, the final step, these are called the algorithm. Okay? It is a set of rules or instructions to solve a problem or a task. Another one.
Selection.
What is selection? What is selection? Will I just tell you must know? Yes.
We work more than one option.
Yes. Choosing. Yes. Simply choosing. Yes. What's selection? Choosing. Nice one. Rush?
Selection. Wish.
What is selection?
What did you do?
Ah.
You selected.
Nice one. Nice one. Okay, final combo.
When you reach a point, when you reach a point of choosing between two on one option.
Yes.
Okay, so selection is like a set of things you separate and then you choose from one of them.
Yes. That is basically selection. Now, when we talk selection in functional thinking, it is a certain state. It is certain state. Certain state, you have to choose in an algorithm where there are two or more possibilities. Okay? ሁለት ወይም ከዛ በላይ possibilities ሲኖሩ እና መምረጥ ግዴታችን ሲሆን it's called selection. Selection. Other time? What is decomposition?
Mr. Imagine.
Yes.
Breaking down.
Yes. Decomposition is breaking down the problem into smaller pieces. Smaller pieces. It's breaking down the huge problem into smaller pieces so that it will be easier for us to solve it. Okay? Easier for us to solve it. Just like we did here. Now, we did break this big problem into two parts. Now we're going to do this part, and then later on we're going to do this and this part again, and so finally we can get the answer. So that is decomposition. So you have to break the problem into smaller pieces. Yes? The other term is
It's easy cool. Sounds like compost. Decompose.
what is attrition? What is attrition?
I swear I remember that.
Repeating a task in an algorithm.
It is repeating. Okay, now a simple example this one. Simple example. Yeah. Now, let's say we are eating. Okay?
Eating.
What's the first step eating? You have to eat. Yes? Now, what's the step? You're repeating this part. Until you are satisfied with the food, you're eating it. You're eating.
Like Susie, someone doesn't do ask.
Now, as a person, always think of this example, eating. You are repeating a step, right? We are repeating. Now that's iteration, or it is looping. Okay, loop. A cycle. Okay, we're going to repeat. That is called an iteration. An iteration.
Do you have pricing to that? I'm sorry. Do you have pricing to that?
I still want?
Lab. Are we gonna have an next lab?
No, not at this time.
Stop yelling. No, what's an organization? Again.
Yeah, that's why I didn't write about that. When I was in the bathroom and came out,
What is pattern recognition? Yes?
To recognize something that is repeated.
Yes. Now it is finding similarities and differences. In a night. It is finding similarities and differences in a night. For example, what patterns do you see here? What patterns do you see here? What patterns do you see in this?
Patterns.
Markers.
What is pattern recognition? It is finding.
And differences.
What do you see here in these two markers?
So the differences are the colors.
Colors. Yes. The first thing is colors. Yes. Black and red. Yes.
Differences. Size. Not different, similarities.
Similarities. The size. Yes, come on.
differences, the amount of ink inside it.
The amount of ink inside it. Yes.
The similarity, you're right.
They're right.
The similarity, the brand.
The brand.
The brand. Similarities.
They're both markers.
They are similarities. They're made out of the same kind of plastic.
Yep. Now, this is pattern recognition. Okay, pattern recognition. Now, finding similarities and differences in an item. That is called pattern recognition. This was our last class. Yes, this was it.
Oh,
Now,
what's today's class?
what is that?
No.
Where are you guys? Here?
I don't know.
Should I make you raise this one?
Yeah, it's the selection class.
Done?
Yes, why do you prefer
Oh, I don't know. Wait. Sorry. I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to use this part. Okay. Now, the example that we did last time was hitting the nail with the hammer. We did draw the flowchart. Yes? So, the flowchart. So you want the flowchart? The flowchart. Did I draw the flowchart?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we're going to stick to that example here. And today's class is going to be pseudocode.
Did you say I thought it said Sudoku.
Now, P is silent.
Oh,
P is silent. We're going to say pseudocode.
it looks like an anime.
Okay? Now,
It looks like an anime. What?
alright. What do you think is pseudocode then? What is the word pseudo? Pseudo, yes?
It's like something like a code. Understand the code?
Okay, now what is this part?
Pseudo.
What does that mean? Pseudo. Okay, now tell me this. What is mono?
Oh, one.
What is bi? Yes?
Mono means single, bi means
Now,
Not
for example, if I say monochrome, what does that mean?
a single chrome.
Monochrome.
A single chrome. Maybe a single website.
Monochrome, single chrome or a single color. Monochrome. Bilateral? What is bilateral? Bilateral.
What?
Bilateral.
Two laterals.
I don't know what that's.
Double laterals.
I don't know.
Now, just like these words, it is composed of two words. Pseudo and code. What is code? What is code?
Some people write something.
Yes.
No, I
Not
don't.
necessarily like writing it.
Okay,
Maybe we
bytes, gigs, megs, kilobytes, terabytes.
Yeah, that is the ICT term, but codes can be like, as you say, like
Password?
people need to write it, or it is like something that we use to communicate with each other. You want to put it on the touch of them?
Yeah.
I'll touch on them.
April 15th. April 15th.
For example, what this word is.
64. What happened to it?
It goes to 69. 64.
It's a number, yeah.
What does it mean?
Now you're talking like you want to know what you want to do. So it's not just then you don't want to share that information. So Done? Yeah? Now it's not like written. Or this. What does that mean? No. I see you're like the Tillich Then you just pointed this out. What does that mean? Come on guys. What does that mean?
Salanta.
Yes? No. What was this? This one? Restroom. Come on guys. You're supposed to know this. If you're saying this, that means like can I say restroom? Restroom. Yes?
A pinky promise.
A pinky promise.
Go to the bathroom, like you can't hold it anymore. Come on, man. But damn soon, that's it, yeah. Yes.
I think it's somebody's coming. No?
By the way, most places, it's about Then don't use this finger, okay guys? That is bad thing. That is bad thing. Okay, now. Should I erase this? Okay, what is it? False, yes.
False code? Wait, what did you say? False code?
His code? What?
Okay, now, pseudo. It is false.
It's Japanese,
It is false. It is a false code. That means it is a false code, yes.
Is it okay for you to ICT, the ICT,
That's okay.
Yes?
Yes?
Can I say something about that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so first tell me what it says. You know, like the word.
Read this.
Pseudocode?
Japanese?
Pseudocode? Pseudocode, I know what they use it for. Like when they're like hacking something, or like when they're using false codes in order to.
Don't like direct term that is okay. It is a false code. When we say like a false code, it is not like what you think. Okay? You understand like another. Okay? Now, serial code is not an actual code. Okay?
Are you sure Sino is not Japanese? Are you sure Sino is not Japanese?
It looks like it's Japanese.
let me give you an insight what an actual code looks like. Okay? Now,
1101111.
Someone sent it.
okay. Now, here is like a sample code that we can use in C. Okay. Now, we call this the function. It is the actual function. The function name is calculator, and it will take two arguments, x and y. Okay? And then inside this block, this is the block. This is the block. Inside that block, we're going to write some code. Okay? Some code. Now this is the real code that you have to write using a computer system. Okay? Now, pseudocode. Oh, pseudocode is not an actual code. It's not like this. It's not.
It's kind of a dream.
Now, pseudocode uses words instead of diagrams. Words instead of diagrams. Okay? Now, when we see the flowchart is in that. Flowchart we have to like use
Start. And no.
And even this doesn't matter.
The start. I thought it was square. No, I thought it was square, triangle, diamond, and then another small one.
now.
Can I go back? I need to go back.
This is what? This is what?
Start.
Start. What?
You start, please go back.
End. Yes?
Okay. Can I please
Start.
go back?
Or end what?
Can I please go back?
Bago?
Back.
Minta na tidak.
Mr. Ryan, I'm sorry.
This is what?
Process is okay. I'm good.
This is input.
Process decide.
This is?
Input.
This is?
Input.
This is?
Decide.
This.
Decide.
How about this?
And then that one is good. This is done.
That's the selection.
No, this is what I did. Help me. Okay, the first one is input.
This one is
Second
process.
one is decide.
Process.
This is decision.
And then the third one, that's not how I want it.
Okay, and zero.
This is? Okay. Now, yes.
But I didn't do it like this.
You have to do it like this.
All this hard work for nothing?
I'll check that one. Okay, now listen. In flowcharts, you have to know all the shapes. This is universal shapes, okay? Universal. So this is the start. Whenever you're starting and ending your flowchart, you have to use this shape. Whenever you are accepting input from the user, as if you're building a software that accepts input from the user, like this. Okay, now, as we are building this, a simple interface that accepts a username and a password. So a user has to type in his or her username in here and the password in here and press login to log into the system. Log into the system. Okay? Now, when you're designing a flowchart for this type of things, you have to accept a user. You have to accept an input from this field and this field. Alright? So yung isa po, yung sityo isa po, kasi yung box right, most of them. So to represent that in the flowchart, we are going to use the input, not the process. Not the process. Clear?
Yeah.
So whenever you're using a flowchart, you have to remember all the steps. Starting name, input, process, the decision, and the flow. Okay?
Mister, I'm in the process of finance.
No, and?
Flowchart in the process. Let's see what the good is.
Are you done with this?
Yeah, but wait.
You're done with this, huh?
Yeah, wait, one, two, three,
Okay, now let's build a flowchart for this. Clear? Now, aside, cover up the brush. Start. So this is my start. Walk faster now.
Now we walk faster.
Okay, now we are starting our flowchart. Now try to focus in here. Okay, we're building that system of flowchart. Okay. Example today, you know, I'm gonna give you.
I actually have a question about this.
Yeah.
I have a problem with this system.
What?
When I'm trying to go in an app and it asks me for my email and my password or Facebook, I put in my email and then I forget my password. And then after you forget your password, the last password you remember, forgot password you had left. As soon as I says, put in the last password you remember. And then I put in the last password I remember. You have muscles, no problem. It says your password denied.
Before we go there, let's talk about here. What is? You said you want an example in the flowchart pattern. So like try to focus in here. Okay? Now, as someone you guys have to import your username here, password in here, and press login to go to the next page, which is the home page.
My username and my password is saved.
Now, we are building that. Now, the first thing is start. Okay? What's the first thing that we're going to take? It is what?
Username.
The username, right? So, it is what? Username is? Accepting username is what? An input, right? So, input is supposed to be this shape. Yes? So, we are going to use.
How do you make it so accurate?
I don't know.
Now, enter the username. The next thing that we're going to accept is what? The password. Okay? So after this, we are accepting.
I thought the second one was a straight cube.
Okay. Now, we will accept the username and the password. Now, what's our decision? The decision that you have to make.
Like login.
Yeah.
Login. Or putting in your username and
For example, Mr. X's credential is
what? Mr. Who?
Mr. X. Let's say like there's Mr. X, and then his username is
Mr. X.29@gmail.com.
Mr. X is Putin. Mr. X is Putin.
Mr. X.gmail.com.
okay. Let's give it.
Mr. X is Putin of Russia.
There is a thing about username and password. I'll go down on you're supposed to use different username, different password for your.
Yeah, because but I'm not using.
For example, Mr. X's username is.
President of Russia.
I am alive. I am awesome. Oh,
Okay. And then the password is.
that's not an actual password. Student. P, definitely.
You're also doing.
Okay, now.
Yeah, I mean,
This is the username and the password for Mr. X. Now, Mr. X is trying to log in into our system. Now, it uses.
Oh.
Mr. Sasa.
I have no Mr.
You said I'm awesome. Is that good? I am awesome. Access denied. Access denied.
Now, she typed in this one and then presses login.
Password, username.
Yes. The message that was going to see is.
X or red bar or something. That means the power. Okay, that is super. That means your password or your username is wrong.
Or Mr.
Incorrect. Try again.
As much as this is actually very easy to learn, Mr. Mr.
Yes?
Yeah, the password is good. What?
Mr. And that's asking me, why would they just tell us what's wrong with it? I mean, why would they say incorrect password? Do you mean incorrect password?
They're not so good to be found.
They are so toxic. They are always toxic. Try again.
Okay, now. So, Mr. X is trying to access his account by inputting and also a password, the PWD hashtag 2020. And then after he or she presses login, he or she will see this message. Incorrect password or username. Please try it. And there is an OK button. Now, what's our decision here? What's our decision?
Try it.
You're creating a filter for that. So what's the decision?
If it was me, I would just reset password and put it in again. But if we have to go with it, we just try again.
I don't know, Mr. Let me tell you what I do. When my email says no to me, I use another person's email. I use either my mom.
Okay, just.
We try again.
Oh, no, I know Mr.
Guys, look. Because it's taking out anything. Taking out anything. So our first decision is what?
Correct and correct.
Correct is the username.
Correct. No space. But Mr. When it's wrong, it underlines it.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, no, it says.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. We're not trying to reach.
Now the first decision is the username correct? In our case, is that correct?
No, it isn't.
It is not. So we have to what?
We correct it.
So the step is going to be what?
I am awesome. Oh,
We have to
wait, you said the set.
go back to
Enter username.
when it's no. If it is a yes, because you touch the password, okay, both of them again. If it is a yes, this is yes. Yes, go on. There's another decision again. Huh?
Yes.
What is that? What is my other decision?
Password correct or correct?
The password is correct. According to mine.
But
Is
are
it
you
right?
sure then after that is the
Yeah,
Mr.
What?
Hey, you correct your username. And then, what does it say? Correct password? Okay, you correct both of them. What if it still says no?
It won't say that.
It does. No, trust me, it does. Can't read it.
Okay, now The second decision is the password correct? Yes or no?
No, try
I
again.
don't know.
No, this is a possibility. No.
Why?
Yes.
Because that's the rules.
Okay. Now, if it is a no, you have to go back to. Now, sure. Now, it is both correct. So the next step is modernity. If it is a yes, if these things are both yes,
Log it.
then go to log it up.
Yes. In login.
Log into the system. After that, so you. Oh, now this is a simple step. Okay, there are like so many things that you have to like add. Now this is the simple one. Start, enter the username. We are accepting the input using this shape, okay? Not this one, okay? Now enter the username. After that, we have to enter the password, and then there is a decision that our system has to make. Is the username correct? If it is a yes, continue to the password, or no, go back to correct the username. Now, decision approach, this is the decision that you have to see. Okay? Left column, you have to see incorrect password or username. Please try it. Now, when you click on try again, this and this will be removed, it will be blank, so that you're going to be like able to input again. Alright? So that's it. That part is this one. No, it is okay to go back to adding the username. And also go back to add the password again. Now, if they match, if they are authenticated, then go to or log into the system. And then do what you gotta do, and then after that, and that's it.
Okay, for example, let's say you're playing accounting master you don't have let's not this account click that account give so when account click for example storage possible other account storage
Most is like authentication method. For example, create Safari. We're expected to add recovery email.
Mr. Are you confident this is going to work?
Web demo. Phone number.
We are going to phone.
Yes. Now you have to add and recovery email. Web demo. Phone number. Yes. You have 15 minutes. Okay, now, whenever you forgot your email or your password, like you have to add the phone number. Bagaimana bisa saudara betul phone number dan in that phone number, for example, if it's Gmail code, there will be like a code like this. But this is tentative, okay? This code will be sent to your phone. So then you have to add this code into the system. Then automatically login karagana. Or there is an option to change. Yeah. Okay, password changes.
When I do it, it says caption it's correct, sir? Caption
That's when you maybe there's a difference when you have caps lock on.
Yes? What is this?
I don't know.
There is a way to differentiate whether you are a human being or not.
Oh.
Yes? Now you'll be given a task. Choose.
Which one is the right set of pictures?
For example, choose all the pixels.
The pedestrian walking.
Oh yeah, I also saw the bus.
You have to find all the bus pictures and you have to select one. Because maybe you'll miss one. Or then it will say, please take a color. And this might, there's a picture. For example, if you have like a bad connection.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay? Now, here, this is a simple flow chart that you have to do. And you have to remember all the shapes and all the flow, all the decision, everything. But using pseudocode, you don't have to worry about this. Okay? You don't have to worry about this. Pseudocode uses actual words. It uses words instead of diagrams. Instead of drawing this, you're going to use words. Now, I'm going to give you an example. The last example that we used of the nail and the hammer. Okay? Now, the first thing that you have to do.
Yeah.
Okay, now, an example. This is an example. Okay? A pseudocode. Example of the hammer and the nail. Okay? Now, with the nail, first thing you have to break the hammer, and then you have to do this again and again. Yes? Count. Along.
Mister,
Yes?
can I tell you something more big?
What?
You want this is sleeping.
The first thing that you have to do is what? The first thing that you have to do is what? You have to align the hammer and the nail. This is the first thing. Now, the step that we're going to proceed is what?
Hitting the nail with the hammer.
Yes. Now, so that one will be repeated. So we're going to use a word repeat. Repeat. Okay. Then the part that we're going to repeat is in the nail with the hammer. Then there is a decision that we have to make. Here in the flowchart, we're going to use this one as a decision. Alright? Here we're going to use if. Nail fully in use. Then now, instead of like drawing, sketching, you can use this syllable. This is an example of a syllable. Okay.
So we're right there.
Yeah, align the hammer and the nail. Then the step that we're going to repeat is this one. Hit the nail with the hammer. Hit the nail with the hammer. And then if nail fully in the bush, that means we're done. Alright? Unless you have to go back. Go back to repeat again. Go back to. Sorry.
Is that an example of pseudocode?
Yeah.
That's an example of what?
Syllable. This is a syllable example. Okay? This is how you design a syllable. This is how you design a syllable. As I told you, it is not an actual code. We say code in here. Now, it uses words instead of characters. It uses repeat, if, then, or go back to repeat. This is an example of a syllable. Now, we use pseudocodes And instead of flowcharts, okay, flowchart trick, we can use code if you like. And if you think designing this will be better for you, you can use this flowchart. You can use this flowchart. But you don't have to miss all these words. Okay? If, then. Now if and then are what? Conditions. Conditions. Conditions.
We're gonna repeat line the hammer and nail. Or do we repeat the hit the nail with the hammer?
Now, Python is another.
Python?
Python, yes.
Yeah.
On Python, we did write something code. I'm going to show you that one here to show you what this part does. Okay? What is it? Now, what is it? You know, this is the code that we can write using Python. Okay, this is our last Now, give me a number. Now, the first thing when you run this app or program, you will see enter the first number. Now, give me a first number.
0.
Give me the second number.
1.
Now, the first thing that is going to be executed is this one. Now, x is what?
0.
And this is 1. Now, 0 greater than 1.
No, it's not.
It is not. So, which one is going to be executed?
No way.
No way. Yes?
Yes.
You will see this one.
Yes.
Just like this. Hit the nail with the hammer. If nail fully includes, if 0 greater than 1, false alarm. Yes? Then this step will be executed, which means this line will be executed. Okay? If it is true, for example, the first line that you gave me is 5, and this one is 4, then this one will be 5, and this one will be 4. Then you will see what?
True.
True. Yes? Because 5 is greater than 4. Yes? But this is how if and then never.
Can I ask a question?
No.
What if they're equal? It should say error, right?
No.
What if like 5 and 5 are different?
Equal?
Yeah.
Yes. You can add like another option, like else if. Else if.
What if there's no else if?
Else if? Your program will crash. No such thing. Yes?
2 questions.
First one.
When was the first calculator created? In 1954.
The first calculator was created where?
When?
Actually, the second question.
And how does the calculator work?
How does the calculator work? Ang sarap calculator sa mga.
Nasa nabalag.
Ang sarap calculator. Okay, the first calculator thing to be done, it was abacus. Abacus na kata? Abacus.
I heard the name. I heard the name.
Ah.
Some chocolate.
It is like a something like this, and there are like strings in it, and there are like some
Numbers?
no, like I don't know.
Gabay. If it's like 3 plus 1, so it's 2. And then I
It is called an abacus. But look at the merchants, they use this to calculate. You don't have a
I need a digital. We used to have this in the library.
I can check that one in the next class. Then the first calculator was this did your assignment like I showed you. Does that sound all of you?
Yeah. No, finish the time.
I mean, project is my role. Project is my role.
Assignment ተመዳለች ልቀበላችሁ እና ልቀበልሽ ታስተካክለሽ ታመጣለሽ ልቀበልሽ ታስተካክለሽ ታመጣለሽ You are going to present it on Friday.
You're not going to come up the...
It's not competition. It's not
Leila, what's up, Nana? Out of sentence. So not about the all right. You are going to present this on Friday. Okay. Friday. All right. So, Friday is about to prepare to present it properly. You want to holding the decisions. Listen up. On Friday, you are expected to present it fully using all the charts, all the decisions, and you have to explain. Explain that. Each of you will have maximum of 5 minutes to present it. Okay, there will be questions asked, so you gotta prepare yourself. And also, when you come next time, you have to read and understand what pseudocode is, and you are going to create a pseudocode for your project. For the assignment, you're going to create a pseudocode in the classroom. Classrooms, pseudocode create that. So you have to remember all the steps. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, guys, thank you all. I'll see you on Friday.
I want to know something. What happened? No, but
this thing is recorded. Still.
Okay.
So
It's
no,
what?
it's recorded.
No.
Your audios, your videos is being like recorded in here. Okay? So you guys stay in your spot.
I know, Mr. Jervis, hey.
Good morning, class.
I know.
Good morning. Stand up and greet me. Good morning. Okay, please sit down. Yes. Okay, where did we stop? What was our last lesson? Who can remind us? Okay. Okay, we define what social studies is. Anyway, so this lesson can be considered as the first lesson of social studies because the previous period was introduction. We were introducing what social studies mean, and we define the categories of science. We classify as natural and social science, and we see many things, right? But today we will start the actual lesson. The actual lesson. You don't have the, I know. One student at a time. So you can use that one, but it's better to use your social studies exercise. You can copy it to your original exercise. Yes.
Are we going to present today?
Not today actually. Is it if your topic is about the position of Africa? You are no. If your topic is, if not, you cannot present today. Rather next time. The position of Africa.
Mine is the
Okay. So okay, students, how many continents do we have? How many continents do we have? Okay, come on. 7. Can you tell me from the biggest to the smallest? From the biggest to the smallest, okay. Asia.
Then Africa.
Africa. North America. South America. Antarctica.
Then Australia.
Okay. You mentioned only 6 continents. Okay. Ready? Europe. Okay. Europe's there.
Can I rank it? Like, on the first
Yeah.
So, Middle Asia.
Asia.
Then Africa.
Africa.
Then North America.
North America.
South America.
South America. Europe.
Antarctica.
Is it correct? Okay, Edna. Yeah. So Europe is the 6th largest continent. Now, as we have said that Africa is the 2nd largest continent. And let's locate Africa in the world. Where are we? Where are we in the world? Okay, first let's define positions in two ways. Position, or when we locate a given place, we can use 2 different methods. The first one is using absolute location. And the other one is relative location. Absolute and relative location. Let's talk about relative location. Okay. Stop.
So relative location is east, west, south. It's not the accurate location. So you can say east of Addis Ababa.
Yeah, we can use those margins. For example, by saying north, south, east, west, east, we can locate places. For example, Mr. Sisai is in front of his students.
No.
I'm talking about relative or absolute location. Mr. Sisai is in front of his students. I'm talking in relation to? Yeah, since I'm talking in relation to people, in relation to places, in relation to other geographical areas, this refers to that relative location. For example, Africa is here. Africa is south of Europe, east of North America, east of South America, east of Atlantic Ocean.
And
okay.
Northeast of North America.
Northeast of North America, and northwest of Asia. When we talk in this way, we are talking about relative location. But absolute location refers that exact location. It's exact location. Exact location of place. When you see maps, you can get different margins, right? Different coordinates. What are they? Okay, now to love again.
The coordinates, so they're there to tell you where exactly you want to be. So you have the x and the y.
Yeah.
So in relation of that, you can get exactly where you are with the codes.
Yeah, we can get the exact place of a given place, the exact location of a given place by using those coordinates. We call them latitudes and longitudes, or parallels and meridians. These parallels and meridians help us to locate places exactly where we are, where a given place is located. How far is that a given place from a specific place? We can know where we are by using those coordinates, or by using those latitudes and longitudes, or meridians and parallels. We can know the exact place of the exact location of places. Here, Africa, equator passes through Africa, and the meridian passes through, the Greenwich meridian passes through Africa. So we can know where exactly Africa is. You know that students, I can draw pictures, right?
Yeah.
Let me draw anyway. ከፍ ብዬ መጀመር ነበረብኝ። ትንሽ ከፍ ብል ኖሮ ጥሩ ነው። Assume that the extreme point is over here. እሺ እዚች ጋር the extreme point. Here one extreme point, here the other extreme point, and here the other extreme point, here the other extreme point. We do have 4 extreme points in Africa, right? The most outer part of Africa. Do you know them? The most extreme points of Africa. Assume that this is map of Africa. Okay.
I think it's
Yes. Can you name this place? What is this place? This place. Or the country here. The country here. The countries.
Over there,
In the southern.
no, west side.
On the west side, okay.
Senegal.
Senegal, okay. Senegal.
Senegal is in Africa.
Stop, students. Okay.
down South Africa.
Here on the South Africa. Okay. Here. Somalia. Okay. What do you call this extreme point? Okay.
So I think it's Tunisia or Morocco.
Tunisia.
Morocco is that side.
Yeah. These are the 4 extreme countries of Africa. But what do we call this place exactly? What do we call this place exactly? Okay.
Northern Africa.
Yeah, it's not. Northern Africa refers to all places from here to here.
That place where it's
I'm talking about this point.
yes.
Okay, come on. This place is called Ras Ben Saka. Ras Ben Saka. It's in Tunisia. The other point is Cape Agulhas. Cape Here, what do you call this place? Somalia?
Mogadishu.
It's not Mogadishu actually.
I think he's
Ras Gaddafi or Ras Kafur? Ras Gaddafi or Ras Kafur? These places are the most extreme points of Africa.
what?
Senegal's.
The Senegal is
Cape Verde.
Cape Verde. Verde. It's Cape Verde.
Sister, I have a question.
Yes.
Why almost African countries have the red, yellow and white, red, yellow and green colors?
Okay, let me give this chance to students. Okay, new student, new hand. Okay, 1 minute only.
Okay, so I want to check the nation. So the culture, I'm starting Martin. It was colonized by France.
Yeah.
I think so. It was colonized by France. So colonization, France. Ethiopia was the only country that was not colonized. That had their own independent.
So they took back to
Let's to symbolize.
You are right, anyway.
They put the to symbolize.
Okay, excellent, anyway. I'll give you a chance.
Sister, Ethiopia isn't the only country that wasn't colonized.
We'll discuss about that, that's why. We'll discuss about it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me speak first. The thing here is, Gerald. The thing here is, all African countries were under colonization. All. The other country which is not considered as not colonized is that Liberia. Liberia represents. Imagine the name Liberia, being liberated. It's made up of slaves who were in America. They came back to Africa and started to reside in Liberia. That's why the name was called Liberia, and that's why it's considered as a country which was not colonized. But the thing here is, the flag of our country was considered as a symbol of liberation, as a symbol of victory, as a symbol of independence. That's why most of African countries copied in different arrangements, some of them as it is. That's enough. Let's talk about our today's topic. If you have another question which is not related to our topic,
It's not, I'm going to talk about colonization.
we will have class about it. Okay. The other thing about Africa is different lines passes through Africa. Different lines. This line is called Greenwich.
The Great Meridian.
The Greenwich Meridian. Greenwich Meridian. It is 0 longitude. Greenwich Meridian. This line passes through Africa. And also, what we call this place is this line, this 0. What we call this line, this imaginary line? What do we call it? Okay, come on.
I think the
Equator. Equator. So, equator as well as the Greenwich Meridian passes through Africa. This shows that students, both Greenwich and equator pass through Africa. Africa is peculiar. Africa is different in this regard. For example, if you consider Europe, it's only the Greenwich Meridian passes through Europe. But Africa, both the parallel 0 and the meridian 0 passes through Africa. It makes us peculiar, or it makes us different. And also, the two tropics, Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, passes through Africa. 23.5 degree. It passes through Africa. So Africa is the hottest continent. There is overhead sun throughout the year. Throughout the year, there is sun. It's hot. In Europe, for example, there are some times which is considered like they only get 3 hours a day, sunlight, right? There are times the daytime is longer, but the night time which is shorter. But in Africa, especially in the equator, it's almost similar. 12-hour night, 12-hour daytime. So this makes us peculiar. Okay. Is it clear, students?
Yes.
Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, very good. The other thing that you must know about Africa is the north-south distance. North-south distance is yes.
I think it's 7,652.
And 23. Excellent. This shows that, and the south, the east-west, the west-east or the east-west distance between the Senegal and Somalia or Cape Verde and Ras Kaffo is almost similar. It's 660 kilometers. So this shows that the distance between north-south extent and south-west-east is almost the same. It's almost the same. This is what makes Africa peculiar. If you see Asia, the east-west and the north-west, the north-south is not comparable. The west-east is very long, this one is short. And also these two lines do not pass through Asia. So we are peculiar in this regard. Intertropical location. Africa is the largest intertropical location. No other continent does not allow these two lines doesn't pass through any other continent. And the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn do not pass through on other continents. They pass through only Africa. Do we find them in this line on the ground? Can we find them? Let's assume that. Can we find them these two lines? Can we? Okay. Yeah.
I think no.
Yeah, no.
Because they're imaginary.
They are imaginary lines. They are imaginary lines. They are in our mind. They are on the map. We cannot find them in the ground. This is what makes them peculiar. The other thing that you know is that Africa is very large. Very large. How large it is? Who can tell how large Africa is? How large is Africa?
Oh, it's accurate?
No, just not accurate.
Well, there is a theory that Africa is larger than Asia. ለምን ማፑን ይሳለው በኮሎኒ ጊዜ ዩሮፕ ነበረ። ለዛ አሳንሶ ዱራን የሚባል ቲዮሪ አለ። ቲዮሪ
No. Here, let me read it from your textbook. Africa is as large as combined land area of USA, Europe, and China. Africa land surface approximately 2/3 lies north of the equator. 2/3 of Africa land, this one, lies on north of the equator. On north of the equator. Whereas Asia is almost Europe, or parts of Europe lies on the north part of the border. Here we can see that most of the continents in the land masses are found in the northern part of our Earth. Okay.
What is the richest continent?
What?
Richest continent.
In terms of what? Richest, when you say in terms of what?
I mean, in Africa has 2.2 trillion.
No, look, let's discuss it this way. To say this continent is rich or this continent is poor, we have to consider many things. Let's assume one country, Japan. Let's assume one country, Japan. Japan is very poor in terms of natural resources. In terms of natural resources, Japan is very poor. You cannot find many natural resources in Japan. Rather, they are importing those natural resources from other countries. But they are the third economy in the world, next to United States, China. The third one is Japan. Here we can judge. Yes.
It's like South Africa. It's even rich with resources. It has lots of gems and stuff.
Yeah, in terms of natural resources, so the diamond, for example, most of the diamonds in the world are from South Africa.
Sri Lanka.
South Africa. It's from South Africa.
Diamond?
Yeah. It's from South Africa. Gold from Congo, and also from South Africa, Botswana. Nigeria, for example, oil you can get from Nigeria. But the thing here is having natural resource is not enough. Rather, utilizing it is matter. Utilizing it matters. መጠቀም ነው ማተር የሚያደርገው እንጂ ብዙ ሪሶርስ አለን ብለን ያንን ከተጠቀመ we can't use that we are rich. Rather, how we exploit or how we use those natural resources የሚለው ማተር ያደርጋል ማለት ነው። Are you together, students?
Yes.
Okay, if you are together, clap your hands, please. Okay, that's enough. We have a case study here. For the case study. Yes? Let's read the case study. Rather, let's read the case study actually. You will read it. Okay.
Although very smart. And what's the richest content in technology?
Continent.
Continent, not Asia.
Okay. The richest continent in terms of technology. The competition is between the Northern Africa and Asia. But in Asia, there are poor countries. But in the Northern Africa, especially Canada and USA, are very rich. You have something to say?
Yeah. In GDP. What's the richest one?
And what?
GDP.
GDP means gross domestic product. Gross domestic, or in terms of production, how much they product or how much they earn from their production. In terms of population and size, Asia is largest. So I think it's Asia.
Africa is the fastest growing continent.
Fastest growing continent and GDP. I think it's Asia. I think it's Asia. Because Asia comprises many countries. But when we see Northern America, it's made up of only 3 countries.
Yes.
That's why I'm talking about. Okay.
Could you said Africa, Central Europe, Africa, Central Europe, since Kilo has been written, it's more than 15,000 kilometers and 80.
Yes.
It's more than 15,280.
I didn't listen properly.
It's more than 50,280.
Which one?
Kilometers.
Which one?
Africa.
Africa, the area, yeah. The area is very big, but it's not comparable with Asia. It's the second. Here, there is a figure actually. Here, there is a figure on your textbook. On your textbook, Africa, approximate area in kilometers square. It is more than 30 million. But whereas Asia is 44,810,880. Whereas Africa is 30,331,606. So the land area, the world, for example, 71% of the world is water or land? It's water. The world of Earth covers 71% is water. 29% is land. Oh, water, when you say we are talking about ocean, sea, lake, and other things. Clear?
Yes.
But 29% when you say we are talking about land, arable land, about mountains, valleys, land in general. But the thing here is, out of this 29, Asia comprises 29%, Africa 20% out of this list. Am I clear, students?
Yes.
So let's say Asia is bigger than Africa. Asia is bigger than Africa. Okay. Yes.
Is the ecosystem the fourth subject? Like the fourth chapter?
I will give you a chance to present this.
No, I'm just asking you.
For this chapter, the second set or for this? Yeah. Okay. Let's write some notes. Can you see? You can remove seat and you can sit. Or you can link only your desk and you can sit. But here you can. What about technical
Definitely only
Army.
army.
이탈리아나?
Italia. Arms.
Arms.
You just need to change your markers to that thing.
Let's see.
I
know.
Only shot.
ሲሪየስ እዚህ ግን ያንሰባራል።
Can I ask you a question? Ethiopia is around the equator, right? Then why is it more hotter in Tanzania?
Okay, nice question. Tanzania and Ethiopia, Ethiopia is closer to the equator comparing to Tanzania, right? Tanzania is hotter, whereas Ethiopia is relatively colder. The thing here is that among the determinants of temperature, altitude is one of the factors. Altitude. Ethiopia is a mountainous country. For example, Addis Ababa, the city of Addis Ababa, is located in the highland area, in the Swan Highland area. That's why Ethiopia is colder. Places in Ethiopia are colder than places in Tanzania. This is the reason.
When you're in Tanzania, Mr., it feels like the air is just carbon dioxide. No oxygen, but no oxygen.
Yeah, it's all about the altitude that we are living. When you goes up, it's become colder. For example, at the top of Ras Dashen mountain, you can find ice. That's why. Anyway, nice question. Okay.
Does it snow Ras Dashen?
very cold season. I'm not sure.
Like snowing.
Not snowing, but the dew, you know dew, right?
Yeah.
Is another. The dew is like snow, the soft one, and you get that. እነዚህ ይታያሉ። longitudes and latitudes.
The last one, what does it say?
Kafun.
This is mine.
Make a promise. Huh?
Okay. Who carry best for us? One student. One student. Okay. News. Bravo. the thing that we are learning today. Anyway, the position of Africa, when you say we are talking about the relative and absolute location. Location can be classified into two: absolute and relative location. Africa, in terms of absolute location, these are the 4 extreme points of Africa. Here, for example, most westerly point is called Cape Verde. It's 17 degrees and 11 minutes. 17 degrees and 11 minutes.
What?
So, yeah, 17 degrees, 17 degrees, when you say the Earth is spherical, right? To complete one rotation, it takes 124 hours. 24 hours. So circling further, 360 degrees. So when this line 17 degrees passes through Cape Verde. 17 degrees passes through Cape Verde.
17 degrees at 11 minutes.
11 minutes. 1 degree is equivalent to 60 minutes. Here, let me clarify for the students. To complete one rotation, it takes 24 hours, right?
Yes.
One rotation means rotating one circle. How many degrees? 360 degrees. So, how many degrees? In 1 hour, how many degrees can we move, or can we cover a distance of 1 hour? X. Then 360 degrees times 1 hour over 24 hours.
360 divided by
360 divided by
24.
By 24, it will give us 15 degrees. 15 degrees, to cover a 15 degree distance, it takes 1 hour. So, if 1 hour is 60 degrees, 1 hour is 60 degrees, how many minutes does it take to cover 1 degree? How many hours does it take? 1 hour means 60.
No, 15.
Which one?
15
50,
degrees.
sorry. 50.
1
50. To cover 15 degree, 1 hour means 60 degree, right? 60 minutes.
It takes
Right?
15 minutes.
Times 1 degree over 15 degree by degree.
It takes
So
15 minutes.
It's 4.
1 minute to cover 1 degree, it takes 4
Yes.
minutes. 4 minutes. So when we talk about the exact place of Cape Verde, we are talking about 17 degrees, which and 15 minutes. This one, that's right? W. Yeah. W. 2 U's.
Now we have the need.
Okay. Any question? Unclear idea? Maybe?
Mr. Can I please go back?
I think this is your break time, right?
No, not that.
Ada sekarang? Mana nak?
I'm
Aman. So,
Mr.